Yo, 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 what's up? It's your boy Mike. Here again, here again, here again. Love boxing, man. We just had a flagship show on Thursday, and one of the co-hosts had a great, brilliant idea. Floyd Mayweather had a media scrum today to promote his upcoming fight with Tishin Nasukawa in Japan, and he felt like the rules and the details of the fight were worthy of a discussion. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring in my friend, my buddy, one of my good friends of TBV, Rainwalk. Danny, what's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on, brother? What's going on? I appreciate you being willing to do the show. Obviously, for me here in Vegas, it's only about what 7:45 p.m. For you, 10:45 p.m. a little bit later. But no, definitely, I think it's definitely worthy of a discussion. Um, so obviously, several weeks ago, we saw Floyd host a press conference in Japan with Rising Promotions, smaller mixed martial arts promotional company, and they discussed a fight New Year's Eve. And a couple days later, he said, "You know what? It was a setup. I didn't know all the details." And then recently, I said within the last week or so, I feel that we heard a little bit of a buzz, but it wasn't really drawing as much of attention this time around. And now they have an official rule say he hosted a press conference today at his gym here in Vegas. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it, but the fight is set. The fight is set for New Year's Eve. Um,
And to let the people know, the fight is set for New Year's Eve, and it will be Japan prime time. But for us, the fight will be about 3 o'clock in the morning, the day
Same day.
prior. So
No,
we're about
it'll be same day. It'll
yeah
just be
they're just 14 hours ahead of us Eastern Standard Time. So
right.
Vegas there will be like
So for
17 hours.
example, right. So for example, let's say let just for speculation, let's say that Floyd, the Floyd fight kicks off at 8 p.m. Right. So 8 p.m. would be 4 a.m. No, I'm sorry, 6 a.m. your time, 3 a.m. here in Vegas. So it will be in the wee hours of the morning. Um, I've gotten up for fights in Japan before. For example, when Luis Neri went over there for the WBC bantamweight title, um, that was actually televised here in the states, and I think I got up at like 3:30 in the morning to watch that one. So but that's the thing though. There won't be any American.
We'll we'll,
eh,
we'll definitely get to that. Let's get to the rules and the everything else
Absolutely,
first.
absolutely. Go ahead,
Uh,
Mike.
First we got three-minute rounds, right? So it's totally is a exhibition. It's not a real fight. It won't go on Floyd's record. It won't go down as a MMA bout. It won't go down as a boxing bout. It will go down as an exhibition, kind of like what Muhammad Ali did back in the day when he fought that I believe karate or whatever kind of guy he fought. No
Yeah,
disrespect. No
yeah.
disrespect. But yeah, but what do you feel about the three-minute rounds? I mean, yeah.
You're gonna play a soundbite at some point, but it's like Floyd said. Anything Floyd does is on his terms. It's on his rules. Floyd is the one that brings in the money that nobody else can um even come close to. So obviously they're doing 3 rounds, 3 minute rounds. So obviously MMA typically does 5 minute rounds. So obviously they're doing it on Floyd's rules, and it'll also be straight boxing rules. So there won't be any leg kicks, there won't be any wrestling, there won't be any grappling, none of that. Straight boxing rules. So I mean, you wouldn't have expected anything different, though, would you?
No. I mean, like you said, Floyd does shit on his terms and straight boxing rules. I'm gonna play some sound back after we get to the rules, but he says he does things on his terms. Now, what kind of intrigued me was the both will wear rising 8 ounce gloves, but they didn't specify whether it would be boxing gloves or MMA gloves.
Well, I'm trying to pull up a picture here of of what kind of gloves that they wear, but nonetheless, it will be 8 ounces. So it will be what Floyd is used to, right? So from the pictures I'm seeing here from the Rising gloves, the only thing exposed is slightly past your fingernail. Maybe I don't know. It looks like a quarter inch, if that. So basically, everything else is covered on the gloves that they've shown thus far. Now they very well may make a special glove for this fight. You get what I'm saying? Um, but it will be 8 ounce gloves nonetheless, which is what we see welterweights and below use at the professional level in the sport of boxing. It will be at the welterweight limit of 147 pounds. I know the opponent. I don't want to butcher his name, but Floyd's opponent has fought near and around 125. Some fights a little bit lower, some fights a little bit higher. So he will be making a 20 to 25 pound increase for this exhibition matchup. What are your thoughts on that, Mike?
I mean, 122 seems kind of light to me. I was trying to pull up a picture of the gloves on IG, so if I can get to that right quick, because I know we have a picture on our IG page, because I remember making a post about it. I'm just not quite sure how far down it will be. Probably pretty far down, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, I just don't. I mean, like Floyd said, shit is done on his terms, and he's the A side. So whatever he say, pretty much goes. But it was intriguing that they didn't specify the kind of gloves that they would be using. I know
Well,
go
well,
ahead.
from what I saw, they said the Rising brand glove, which from what I pulled up, like I said, 8 ounce nonetheless. Uh, Slightly different than a boxing glove, given
Okay, here
that
we
your
go.
fingertips are exposed. Mike, I think you just found a picture.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can screen share this shit. Yeah, there we go. Application window.
But to me the craziest thing. So obviously, since it is boxing rules, it will be full contact. But given that it is an exhibition, there you go, Mike. Pull it up.
There you go, right there. You see, on the left hand, he has a glove that the fingers are exposed, and on the right hand, he has like I wouldn't say traditional boxing glove, but it resembles a boxing glove. But it looks like a.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, go ahead, go
Mike,
ahead.
Mike. So, I'm sorry to cut you off. So, Steve Kim, many people know is with ESPN as well. Does Ring TV. Very respectable boxing personality. Steve Kim. He posted the rules on his Twitter account, and he said both fighters will wear either Ryzen 8 ounce glove. So that right there is what they mean by either.
Ooh,
You get what I'm saying? Because I thought it was just a typo, but that's what they mean by either the enclosed or the open. You get what I'm saying? So to me, that's what I interpret from that. Um, the craziest thing about all of this, though, is that there won't be any judges. I'm sure there will be a referee, but no judges for this exhibition bout. So to me the question comes in, even though it's an exhibition, exhibitions still have winners. How do you determine the winner unless, of course, there is a knockout or a stoppage?
I don't think they're really trying to determine a winner. I think they're trying to put on a show for the people that are going to be attending. I mean, and it just doesn't seem like they're really too much concerned with the outcome. I think both guys will probably shake hands after the fight, and we'll probably be like, okay, that was it, huh? But yeah, let me get to some audio real quick.
Go
We're
ahead,
gonna
man.
play the first bit of audio that we have, and it starts a little bit like this.
From the beginning, when they first came to me, honestly, they said figures. I said, no problem. They said it's just 9 minutes. So when they said, 9 minutes. I said, no problem. I thought it just for, not even these many people, just a few people, few wealthy people. But then once I went over there, then they had a big old press conference. I was like, oh, okay. They call it a special bout. I'm like, this is not a special bout. We're not calling this a bout. It's a bout. It's 12 rounds. And you know what my number is. And so we talk, we iron things out.
So, like you said, his terms. Yeah, if you want 12 rounds, you know what my number is. I'm not going to do it for any less. So, what do you think? He now I got another bit of audio where he says he's making more. Well, I'll let you hear it then, rather than tell you.
I'm enjoying myself. Actually, I don't know how. I think I have some more exhibitions that they already got set up for me, in different places. And I think a lot of guys that's in the sport of boxing. I think a lot of the guys right now in sport of boxing. I don't know how much exactly heavyweights made the other night. What's the number exactly? What was the number? 4 million. Okay. Oh, so it's 7 million total. So, I mean, like I said before, I'm making more than that, I'm retired. So.
Like you said, he's making more than Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder combined. Kind of a little kind of shot, kind of a dig, and I mean,
yeah, it definitely is. I really don't want to get into that because I mean he was vocal about just speaking. I don't want to say negative about the fight, but he did have some choice words for the fight. I really don't want to get into that. However, what he is saying,
hold on, bro, you breaking up. Let me get yourself right. Get your connection right. Let me get your connection right. But yeah, he's making allegedly more than Tyson Fury and Wilder combined. So it is what it is. In the last bit of audio that we have, that's what I'm playing. I'm gonna go ahead and play it right now.
It's my legacy. Sparring don't affect my legacy at all. For every fight I had, I had sparring partners. So sparring doesn't affect my legacy. I actually had a chance to look at it on YouTube. Fast guy, fast hands, and a lot of power. Entertaining fighter.
Do you have any ideas as to like who you would fight? Not specifically.
No. I'm retired, so I'm older. I'm in my 40s, so like I said before, I'm gonna continue to do exhibitions, but I'm gonna pick and choose who I want to pick and choose.
Like you said, he's 40, and he's gonna do some more exhibitions too. So it really doesn't matter what anybody seems to think, that he has a deal already in place to where he's gonna do more of these kind of matches.
That's what intrigued me. Can you hear me now?
A little bit, man. You're still kind of choppy.
Really?
Yeah, but you're freezing up, man.
Damn. Well, what I was saying, I don't know if you can hear what I was saying, is that's what intrigued me, seeing more exhibition fights.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know who he's going to fight, but do you agree with him that this won't affect his legacy though?
It's not going on his pro record. If he was doing fights against bums, going on his pro record, yes. But for being paid to spar and giving fans opportunity worldwide to see him, why not?
So you think he's going to do just more than one country? He's going to like go outside of a Japan. He's going to like make this like a world tour.
Absolutely, man. He always says that he's worldwide. I mean, he's a global sensation. People know him worldwide. You see him. He has gyms all over the world. His TMT gear is always repped in different countries' flags and everything. Absolutely, he is a global phenomenon. Absolutely, I could definitely. I'm not saying he will, but I can most definitely see him doing it. I feel like it'd be a bigger draw around the world than in the U.S. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now there was a little fun moment at the press conference where a lady asked him why not allow him to kickbox, and this was his reply. Give me 1 second.
Sweetheart, please. Am I a kickboxer or am I a boxer? You in a boxing gym or a kickboxing gym?
Did I see you get into
Play this again. Sorry about that, you guys. Get the better audio.
Why not allow him to kickbox?
Sweetheart, please.
Please what?
Am I a kickboxer or am I a boxer?
A boxer.
You in a boxing gym or a kickboxing gym?
Did I see you get into a UFC cage one time on Instagram?
You see a lot of on Instagram. I'm gonna say this once again. Everything is always on my terms. I'm the A side always. I'm not going to fight in the MMA ring. If I do fight in the MMA ring, if I do fight in the MMA ring, boxing only.
Why not allow him to kickbox?
So
Mm,
Yo, I love it. I love it.
mm.
Let it be known he is the A side always. Always.
But like she, but like she said, why
Why
get in
not
the
allow him
MMA
to
ring?
kickbox?
Why tease the fans? Why do that? You know what I'm saying? Why why
Because he
come out and
can, Mike,
like
because
do
he can.
all
Mike,
the kind
because
of
it
all
don't
that kind
matter.
of
He could do that.
propaganda?
He could do that because at the end of the day, motherfuckers are still gonna buy into it. Motherfuckers still gonna pay, still tune in and watch. It don't matter, bro. He can do that.
But do we lose like the majority of his fans that well not fans were detractors that wanted to see him lose that would buy these fights because if he's fighting the guy that we all know he's going to beat, then that segment of his of the people that were buying aren't going to necessarily buy it anymore.
But Mike, though, like so here's my thing, right? I touched on it a little bit before. We went through the rules. Now I'm gonna really harp on it. The fight will not be provided live here in the U.S. Right as of right now.
True.
Um, we did hear rumors of a $15 pay-per-view. Um, we might
Well,
have.
let's give him a little backstory first. Stephen Espinoza was asked the question, would he be interested in like showing this fight a couple months ago, and he said he would look into like options, but I guess how it looks with the fight being so early in the morning, it just doesn't make sense for them to purchase the fight and to try to sell it to the public or to I guess try to stream the U.S. rights. So there will be no U.S. Live coverage for the show. So find your stream, get on your websites, and look for it.
Well, here's the thing too. There won't be any live streams, but that doesn't mean that they may not do like an online pay-per-view or something like that. You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
So I'm looking for it. So Jim Boone, who is a good friend of the show, you were on the show with him and Ness. He is basically um a third party to get tickets from. He has all the high roller tickets to fights and things of such. He said $15 pay per view, and they're selling to about 15 to 20 million subscriptions. Brilliant. I think he was referring to. Um, I'm sorry.
The rising
So yes,
subscription.
so Ryzen has a contract with, I think it's either Fuji or Fiji TV, and I believe that's what he was referring to. But there won't be any live stream or live showing of the fight as of now. But look, I don't have any issue with it. Like I said, it's not professional. It's not going towards his record. He's not just padding his record. It's something to me. I don't have a problem with it. It's an exhibition. He's stepping in different markets. He's expanding his brand. Uh, all better to him. You get what I'm saying? To me, is great. He's giving fans across the world opportunity to see him, even if it is in an exhibition. I personally like it. I know that I'll be up wee hours of the morning trying to find myself a stream. So I have no issue with it at all. Uh, and at the end of the day, you said losing fans. Look, man, Floyd made his money off his fucking haters. He ain't never make it off nobody who's wishing him the best. And that's just the fucking facts. So
Well,
motherfuckers could keep hating because, like he said, I was at the Wilder Fury fight, but guarantee. Look, first off, Wilder Fury did 17,000. I looked online, they say it's sold out for Rising 14 on New Year's Eve, and that's 37,000 tickets. Now I don't know what them tickets going for, or what they went for, but that's 20,000 more than Wilder Fury. And like he said, at the end of the day, he gonna make more than Wilder Fury combined. So man, you can't be mad at a boss for making his money at all. Like I said, if it was professional and he was padding his record, different story.
absolutely. I we'll have to agree with that. But let's go ahead and man wrap it up. Give our final thoughts on this subject. Floyd, I think he's doing what a 40-year-old retired professional boxer should do: make money off your craft, no matter what age you are, and don't go in there and take unnecessary risks. And he's not trying to sell a farce to the public. He came out and said, and like before everything was even announced, he let it be known that this is a exhibition. I'm not out here to try to be competitive with these guys right now. I am a retired boxer, and I'm out here just touring the world and making money. And I mean, at the end of the day, I can't hate on a guy making money, but at the same time, I think he should be a bigger and a bigger ambassador for the sport. And I'm just gonna leave it there. But yeah, Danny, give your final thoughts, man.
Well, no, once again, Mike, thank you for doing this. I'm sure, obviously, you and Ness will touch on this on the morning show that you guys do every morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific. I'm sure you guys will touch on it then. But no, like I said, I have no issue with the exhibition. Great way going into my New Year's. As a fight fan, as a Floyd fan, just everything. Like I said, no issue with the exhibition. I keep harping on exhibition. No issue with it at all. I look forward to the different business ventures that Floyd brings, and the other fans that will talk shit and are talking shit about this and about Floyd. Let me remind you that Floyd is the reason that your favorite fighter is getting paid what he's getting paid today. Floyd is the one that took the sport to that next level, bringing in the 9-figure paydays, bringing in those high 8-figure paydays. Floyd was the one that did that. Floyd is the one that holds the highest gates, the highest pay-per-views. So at the end of the day, he's just opening the doors, not just for himself, but for other fighters down the road. But Mike, great as always. Thank you, brother. You guys can follow me at Ringwalk Danny on Twitter and Instagram. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate your time. I know it's late for you out in the East Coast.
Yeah, man, y'all can follow me at IG on Gross1911 and on Twitter at Gross2312, man. Y'all peace out, man. Have a good night. Yes, sir.